Hey YouTube, it's me again, Water Warrior Matt, back here with another video. This will be my first video from the new generation, and hopefully you'll enjoy. So, this video is against CODFreakingGod. It's a guy I met off Weedle's Nest, and hopefully he'll see this and enjoy it as much as I did. So, this is essentially my 4th gen standard team with a few alterations, like adding 5th gen pokes. So I lead off my Alakazam as I used to. As you guys all know, it's a sashed inner focus Alakazam. And so he leads off with a fake out. I obviously live that and can hit and can attack anyway, thanks to my inner focus. And that my psychic brings him down to his sash. And he's gonna try to do some damage to me with a Mach Punch. Sorry. But even though Alakazam's defenses are pretty crappy, it survives anyway, thanks for not being very effective. And I expected a switch here, so I went for the Grass Knot just to hit whatever came in and not risk the miss with the Focus Blast. So he sends in his Ugly Moth, his Arugamoth, or like Volcarona, however you decide to call it. And I just hit the thing with a Psychic. It does about half as it usually does. And he gets up a Quiver Dance, so yeah, now he's a beast, as they all are. And he's just gonna kill me now with a Bug Buzz. I was hoping he wouldn't go for another Quiver Dance, that I wouldn't get read, and thank God he didn't. So, now that my Alakazam is dead, I'm going to go into my Terrakion. It is a Scarf Terrakion, this pretty much standard. Even though I caught myself because I do not salve, And he goes for Hidden Power, and he said he mis-salved his pokes, as it's supposed to be HP ground. Which makes sense, but I'm just wondering how it's faster, as Terrakion does have a higher base speed. I suppose it could just be timid, because I believe this is adamant. So, and takes life or damage. My Stone Edge, which would have easily killed it, misses, so he's able to take me out with a Fire Blast. And now he has a slight lead here, but I go into my Repushin, who is going to hit it with a Mach Punch, but instead he goes into his Venusaur, which is rarely seen in this gen, thanks to Torre and all those other walls. But Mach Punch does next to nothing. As you can see here, he recovers half of that through his Black Sludge, and I get my Burn Up, as this is a Guts Repushin. And he's gonna Leech Seed me here. I go for the Stone Edge, just to see how much that would do. Thanks to the Guts boost, it should have done a lot. But I can see it's probably max defense, max HP, or something like that. So it only does about half. And he is going to get a lot of HP back, thanks to Roop, just high HP. I take that damage, and the burn damage. And I'm knowing that he can definitely stall me out here, so I'm just going to go into my Zapdos, who is kind of rarely seen as a pressure Zapdos, this generation, thanks to Votolos. But next move I will show the main reason why you should use it, which is Heat Wave. Because, also superior bulk, even though Votolos is faster, is also key for me, which is why I still use him over Votolos. So I'm going to take Life Orb damage here, and he sends in his Devil in Umbreon, and I have nothing that can touch this at all. So I'm going to switch back to Roop, who can probably Drain Punch through the curse I predicted here and kill it. But instead he goes for a Mean Look, which I did not expect at all. And so now I can't switch out, but I'm not sure why I would want to. So he goes into his Ugly Moth again, and just as death fodder, I'm gonna Drain Punch it and just take that out. I get a little HP back, better than nothing. I'm still gonna lose a little HP because burn damage is more than what I gained. but still good, as I did get one of his pokes down. That could have been an asshole later. So now he goes into his John Cena, his Machamp, and I know that Machamp's is going to be faster than this route, so I go for a Mach Punch just to get a little damage on it before he gonna probably kill me with the Dynamic Punch. But I actually survive it thanks to my group's high HP and defense. And right now I'm just hoping, please, God, let me hit through the confusion. But it turns out I die to burn anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So now I am kind of in a sticky situation thanks to the Machamp. So I go back into Zapdos, who hopefully will be able to take it out with a Thunderbolt. I mean, Life Orb, max special attack, I don't see why it wouldn't. Although Machamps are usually high defensive, and it actually does survive with a tiny bit of HP, and is able to take my Zapdos out with a Stone Edge. So now I just lost 2 guys just in this Machamp. So I am in a really bad situation here, and he's going to get Lefty's recovery, which isn't that big, you know. So I send in my I Am Weasel, my Weavile Wiz, sorry. I know he's really rare this gen, but it works thanks to Garchomp and Salamence being back in. So a double weakness to his STAB isn't bad, especially because this is choice banded. So he sends back his Umbreon back in, and I just have to keep using Ice Punch because it is banded. And even if I didn't, the only thing I really have left is Low Kick, but since Umbreon is Umbreon, it's not that heavy, and it's not going to do that much damage anyway. And Ice Punch does do a quite reasonable amount of damage, about a little bit less than half. So I'm just going to keep Ice Punching him, and now he's going to Baton Pass into a Hitmonchan. And like later after this battle, I asked, wait, why do you use Hitmonchan? Why don't you use all those better fighting types out there? And he said it's because like his normal strategy is to curse up, then he can use Hitmonchan's access to Mach Punch and Bullet Punch to plow through most things, which is a very good strategy. And since I cannot switch out or use Ice Shard, I'm just going to die to the oncoming Mach Punch, and I go into my So I Heard You Like Mudkips, who is just such a defensive tank, who is such overlooked this gen, thanks to the inclusion of Victoria in the middle game. But I find him to be a lot more effective because not everyone prepares for him. I mean, admit it, you prepare for Notori, but you don't prepare for Swampert. Well, not as much, sorry. And, I mean, to just show how bulky it is, Notori would probably die to that close combat. I don't even take half. I take like 30% maybe. So now his defenses are lowered. I'm still frozen thanks to its freeze hacks he got on its Ice Punch, which does suck, but as you see, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter that much. It's only going to prolong it a little bit. So I'm going to be able to Earthquake this Umbreon to hell, and it goes down. Haha, the devil went back to hell. Lols. And I get a little bit more HP thanks to leftovers, and he goes back into his Hitmonchan, his last poke, and he's gonna Ice Punch again, hoping he can get a Freeze Hacks on me again, but sadly for him, that does not happen, and I am able to Earthquake him. And also, thanks to Hitmonchan's natural bulk, plus the fact that this has absolutely no attack EVs, it's all invested in bulk, it only takes about half from that Earthquake, which is not that good. But anyways, he's going to close combat me now, and because it's a Swampert, it's bulky as shit, it's not going to die, it's going to survive with 34 HP. He gets the defense drop, meaning that it's going to be an easy KO with Earthquake, and that is the game. So, good game, COD. I have to probably put in that this is a test team, so it's not a perfect team. Good game, and I hope to have many more. Alright, see you guys. Thanks.